Black Ram 313 back at it again. You know why? It's because this is therapeutic, man. Back again with another video, hence another therapy session. Today's topic and title is when she says that her guy has to allow her to do this. Jumping right into the subject matter, here we go. So I was sitting down at work on a break, having a discussion with some male coworkers, and we were discussing music and movies and women in those music and movies that we found attractive, women that we thought were beautiful. We discussed women like Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Rihanna, and the like. And we were giving them ratings on their facial features and so on and so forth. You know, like guys do. And in the midst of this conversation that we were having, a female interjected and began to talk about how much she liked, desired, and is attracted to Omari Hardwick of the popular TV show Power, also known as the character Ghost. Now, this woman had been married for about 15 years, an older woman, and she said,
"Oh yeah, now Omari Hardwick, oh my God. I told my husband that I would have to have him. He would just have to understand that one."
Now, I've heard this statement, I've heard this sentiment from many different females over the years concerning many different celebrities. They state that their husbands, lovers, or boyfriends would have to be open to infidelity when it comes to these particular men. These said females have their celebrity crushes, that their man would have to make an exception and be okay with her being with their favorite guy. Because he's a celebrity, he just has to understand that one. Now, I get female nature. I get the female dual mating strategy. I understand hypergamy. We talk about it often. But I want to make a particular point. I want to stress something important here. Now, she says that her man is supposed to understand that there is a certain man or certain men that she would not deny or resist intimacy with. Now, this is despite the marriage or relationship they're in currently. The husband has to understand her desire for this different man because he's a celebrity or because she finds him so attractive, irresistible, if you will. And her husband would just have to look past it. And it seems that if their husbands would not look past it, then, oh well, I guess the breakup would be worth it in her eyes, throwing away possibly years of marriage on a one-nighter with her favorite celebrity. He just has to understand, right? Now, would she, on the other hand, just understand that if a large male kicked in the door in the middle of the night and threatened the family, would that woman just understand that you as a man ran out of fear? You didn't protect her, but you ran. Would she look at you the same? Would she just understand? Would she have the same respect for you that she once had? Would she just understand that in that moment you could not be the provider and protector? So I guess you would just have to understand that at that moment when she meets Ghost, Omari Hardwick, that you would just have to understand that she cannot be that faithful wife at that moment. Would this work out? What would be her thought of you if you just ran out the door when a man kicked it in and you didn't protect her? What would be her understanding then? Think about it. So then my question is, what is the husband supposed to do with such a notion? Now, I know that it is improbable for her to fulfill her fantasy. However, this thought of excused infidelity, the thought of it, what should the husband's attitude be toward his wife given this information? What's your attitude toward the fact that your woman believes that you would just have to understand that she wants to give that thing to Omari Hardwick or another celebrity? So then your wife, your woman, or your girlfriend that you will protect, provide, and sacrifice your very life for would step out on you for a certain guy, a particular celebrity, her crush. So again, let me ask you guys, you listening to me right here, right now, knowing this information that 99.9% of them have this thought and this feeling, knowing this, what is your position? Is she then worth trusting? Is she then worth loving? Is she worth providing, protecting? Is she worth sacrificing your life for if the situation called for it? What do you think? Now, I know in essence that her very nature is infidelity. What female would resist her favorite celeb? Yes, I understand her nature. I understand that 99.9% of them would step out on their current relationship for just one night with their favorite celebrity. Do you accept this as just a normal part of female nature? Would you excuse her infidelity since you know already that she possibly would? That there is a certain type of guy that she cannot resist, no matter the length or the strength of the relationship that she's currently in? Would you even as a man want to know how your lady feels about this? You want to ignore it, right? But you already know what it is, right? Ah, yes. The reality of female nature is dirty, ain't it? Think about it. And you better believe that there are non-celebrity men that she would step out of the bounds of her relationship with also. I guess you would just have to understand, won't ya? Do you or should you see her differently knowing this? Or do you just not care and would understand and excuse such behavior, such infidelity? As for me, knowing this about a particular woman would cause me to love her far less, if at all. Knowing this, that the very fact that most would step out on you given that situation, knowing that the very woman that you would protect with your only life has a man on earth that she puts above you. Knowing this is distasteful. Makes me lose a little respect. Makes me lose a little feeling for such said women. Isn't it much better to be single? Isn't it much better not to have a serious relationship with any one of them? Because her nature knows no limit. The creature is primitive and barbaric when it comes to relationships and intimacy. The creature is purely biological. Is it her fault that the succubus as an animal wants to reproduce with the highest valued mate that she can find? The highest valued mate that's available? Should we ignore this and say, well, this is just normal? And the fact remains that if she's not with her favorite celebrity, then who and what are you? She is just settling, right? And knowing this, once again, would you still provide, protect, and risk your life for hers? Is she still worth it, knowing her hypergamous nature? You be the judge. The succubus the rotten Chiquita banana, and the rabid snow bunny. They are comical, even disgusting. But how weak are we as men to accept such ideas and behaviors and thoughts from such vile creatures? Are we worse than they? Are we just that desperate? Are we just that naive? Are we just that silly? You be the judge. Just wanted to provoke some thought that your girl says that there are men, or there is a man that you would just have to understand. A man that she has to get with, regardless of what she says she feels about you. I dare you to ask your woman in a playful manner who her celebrity crush is and what would she do if she had that opportunity. She may or may not be honest, but more than likely you know that she will go, don't you? How does that make you feel as a man? That she doesn't belong to you, she's not loyal to you, and any loyalty that you see is just temporary and circumstantial. Damn. Think about it. I say again, her loyalty is situational and circumstantial. It is not concrete. It's situational. But situations and circumstances can and will change. How do you feel as a man about this? Do you love her? Do you respect her? Do you pledge your undying love to her? Would you jump in front of a bullet for her? I know you will. Therefore, are you pathetic? Again, you be the judge. Just some thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button so that you will not miss the Black Round 313 video. In the description box are links to my email if you want one-on-one counseling or just to chat to say hi to Black Round. Also in the description box are links to the Patreon and PayPal account. Do with them as you will. And until next time, Black Round 313, and I'm out.